Hi there. We are on day 14 of our Through the New Testament in 1 Year. And today we're doing Matthew 10, half of it, anyways. There. And these are short studies because we're only doing like a half a chapter at a time just to stretch it out so the whole, takes up the whole year, which is good. It'll give us more of a chance to study it in depth. So this is Matthew 10, chapters 1 through 20. I have the English Standard Version and the Geneva Bible from 1599 up, just for its wonderful footnotes that they included in the margins and kept all these years. Okay, here we go. 12 apostles. And he called to him his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits to cast them out and heal every disease and every affliction. The names of the 12 apostles are these. First, Simon, who was called Peter, Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother. That's the John, right? Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus. I don't hear a lot about Thaddeus, do you? Libius or Thaddeus. Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. I said it right up front, right? And Judas was the one that kept the money, okay, and paid everything and paid for all the lodgings and the food. And, you thought maybe Matthew would have done that, but he didn't. So Jesus sends them out. These 12 Jesus sent out, instructing them, go nowhere among the Gentiles and enter no town of the Samaritans, right, yet. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and proclaim as you go, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out demons. You received without paying, give without pay. Acquire no gold or silver or copper for your belts, no bag for your journey, or 2 tunics, or sandals, or a staff, for the laborer deserves his food. And whatever town or village you enter, find out who is worthy in it, and stay there until you depart. As you enter the house, greet it. And if the house is worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. And if anyone will not receive you or listen to your words, shake off the dust from your feet when you leave that house or town. Truly I say to you, it will be more bearable on the day of judgment for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for that town. Wow, he means business, doesn't he? Hey, this is almost done already, right? Persecution will come. Behold, I am sending you out as sheep in the midst of wolves, so be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Beware of men, for they will deliver you over to courts and flog you in their synagogues, and you will be dragged before governors and kings for my sake, to bear witness before them and the Gentiles. When they deliver you over, do not be anxious how you are to speak or what you are to say. This is important right here. For what you are to say will be given to you in that hour, right, by the Holy Spirit. For it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you, right? Now, if you're a Christian, in the worst situations, you can pray and say, Spirit, speak through me, and the words will come, okay? I have found this out myself many times, right? I have found myself, I've been a Christian for 60 years. I found myself in my 20s and 30s praying to the Spirit in a situation and quoting scriptures and quoting just that I did not memorize, okay? They were in there, you read them at some point and they come out. The Holy Spirit directs you, say this, and you say it. It's amazing. Okay, now let's check out the notes over here on the, just because they're fun to read, right? And he called his 12 disciples unto him. Right? The apostles are sent to preach the gospel in Israel, right? Just Israel. The first is Simon, which is Peter, right? Theophylact saith that Peter and Andrew are called the first because they were the first called. Right. Right. Simon was the first, right? Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother. I'm just looking for notes here. Simon the Canaanite and Judas Iscariot, right? A man of Kerioth. Now Kerioth was in the tribe of Judah. So, okay. As you go preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand, right? The sum of the gospel or preaching of the apostles, right? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out the devils. Freely receive, freely give. Miracles are dependencies of the word. Okay. Possess not gold, right? The ministers of the word must cast away all cares that might hinder them, the least wise that might be. Not gold, right? For this journey to it, both that nothing might hinder them also, and also that they might feel some taste of God's providence for at their return back the Lord asketh of them whether they lacketh anything by the way, right? When they return of this, which is over in Luke. They were very excited when they returned, okay? They were very excited when they did that. So. Money. God will provide you meat, right? The workman is worthy of their keep, right? And whatsoever town, in 11, as a note, happy are they that receive the preaching of the gospel, and unhappy are they that refuse it. Right. That's probably in Proverbs somewhere, right? And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. In a matter of speech taken from the Hebrews, whereby they meant all kind of happiness, right? Behold, I send you as sheep among wolves. Christ showeth how the ministers must behave themselves under the cross, right? You shall be in great dangers. Mm-hmm. Yes, the Pharisees and the Sadducees wanted nothing to do with Jesus, right? In fact, they murdered him. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up. For in the cause of religion, men are wolves, one to another. Right. That's true. Everybody's all for themselves. So, there you go. He's called his apostles, and he's named them. So now we have our 12 apostles, and he sent them out on their first missionary journey to Israel towns only, not to Samaritans or Gentiles. That'll come later. Okay. Paul will be responsible for most of that. So there you go. We'll mark this as complete. Check out tomorrow the rest of it. Okay, and they're continuing, right? Brother will deliver over to death, and the father of his child and children will raise against parents. Have no fear, right? Not peace, but a sword and rewards. So there you go. These are nice short studies, okay? And like I said, later on, it will get more in-depth as we tear apart some of the more detailed scriptures, okay? This is the setup and the story and the miracles and the stuff that's fun to read, right? So there you go. Give us a like if you think about it. And, there's still time to catch up. We're day 14, so and they're all short, under 10 minutes. So this will be fun to go through. But there you go. Tomorrow we'll continue. See you then.